Okay, this is 5 tools that every home garage needs to have. So let's get the camera down and get into it. First up is a flashlight by Craftsman. And all this stuff is from Lowe's. They're sponsoring this video. I didn't pay for any of this stuff. And of course I'm going to open the boxes up. Some T-handle, hex, metric and standard. Metric goes from 2.5 all the way to 10, 3/32, all the way to 1/4 on the standard. And it says it comes with a stand, so we're going to see. Next up, DeWalt, 35 piece. That's pretty cool. We're going to get into that. Next up, Klein. This is going to come in real handy. And then last but not least, a Delta. I don't know if that brand's any good. It used to be. Hopefully it still is. 8-inch instead of a 6-inch bench vise or bench grinder. And it has variable speed, as you can see right there. So let me get this stuff opened up and get into it better. All right, first up we have the Craftsman flashlight. It can just go in your pocket, right? It's got a pocket clip. That's pretty cool. It's got a place right there to charge it. And of course, comes with a charging cord. It's just USB, regular USB to USB-C. And when you turn it on, one click turns on this light. Second click turns on this light. And I don't think, I haven't read the paperwork on it yet, but that's all it is either on or off. There's no different settings, brightness levels. But I will tell you, I just used this the other day and looking down in the engine compartment because I dropped a little clip off of the panel that's underneath the hood. This to the hood. I was taking that off to get to the washer nozzles, windshield washer nozzles, and I dropped one of the clips down in the engine compartment. Broad open daylight, bright as crap outside, but this really came in handy. It lit up everything where I could find that thing. I thought it was gone forever, you know, kind of like the 10mm sockets. Anyway. Next up, since we're on Craftsman, we'll do Craftsman. They are, or it did come with a stand, plastic stand, which is okay, it's fine. And it goes from 10 on the metric all the way down to 2.5. Now the standard is black, but I still haven't opened 2 of the items, but we'll get into that in a minute. Next up is the DeWalt. Now this little kit right here is pretty cool. It comes with all kind of stuff. Let me fold this stuff back down where I can hold it up and you can see it. Thought maybe you could see it better like that, but not really. This little kit right here is pretty cool. It's got pretty much everything you need in it. So you can just throw this in your tool bag or in your truck, toolbox, whatever, and take it with you. You have everything you need just about. And I'm going to hold up the paperwork. I thought it said what all it came with. Yeah, I guess it does right there. Here it is right here. So if you want to see that any better or any longer, just pause the video. Let me lock that so I don't dump them out if they come loose. They shouldn't. But they're supposedly locked together. They had some that was like half this size. Pretty cool. I like that. That is definitely going to come in handy because it has your Robertsons. It has the holders. Let me open it back up. It has the holders. Let me fold it out just a little bit so you can see it. both of them. It has the holders for your different size bits, for these small bits. Because as you know, the small bits, let me take one out like this. Let me see. Like that. Won't hold in a impact driver. First of all, it would go in too far. You wouldn't be able to get it back out hardly. Because, let me put that back in there and get this out. The end is supposed to be like that. That goes in the impact driver. That's why you have holders like this that holds these bits. And that's pretty cool. That's a slide collar on it that slides down and it locks it on where it won't come off. I like that. Now also, it has one of these. And this is just magnetic. It holds your bits. It's just magnetic. It won't hold them real secure, but it does. And it also, you can, once you put the screw on there, you can do that and hold the screw. Zip it in, and then of course when it gets in, it'll go in. So that's cool. Of course everybody already knew that, right? For those that don't. Okay, as you can see, it's got a spot right here for some mod boxes. Shows you right there. It's got a, oh, let me move this out of the way. Put that over there, right? It's got a little small slot here for it. One over here on this side for the boxes. This is a handle. You push this and the legs pop open. I'll show you that in just a minute. And it's got a long one over here, right here. That's pretty cool. And it's got your holes here where you can tie or bolt stuff down or clamp stuff down. It's got the slots in it for it. It's got all the different degrees on it and measurements on it. Inches and metric. That's pretty cool. On both sides. And the degrees is on both sides. Pretty neat. Okay, hopefully you can see this. It's got a handle and it says push. So you push and you put, when you pull up on the handle, let me back up a little bit. The legs pop out. See? And then they lock back in. Push, pull up. You see that? See how cool that is? And then of course you just stand it up. Now, once it's closed up, you also got a carry handle over here on this side, or you could carry it from that side, whichever way you want to carry it. Got the bench grinder all put together too. Now this bench grinder is cool. It's an 8-inch, and I got 6-inch wheels, the different grit stones, and I have the 6-inch wire wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of those wire wheels, since one's a steel one and one's a brass one, on my old bench grinder and just leave this one with the stones on it. But this is cool. That's low speed right there. That's all the way up right there. Light. Check that out. That's pretty neat. See how long it takes to stop. That one down there, I don't know if it's normal or not, but it seems to take forever, and it seems like the older it gets, the longer it takes for it to stop turning. I thought they had some kind of brake in there to make them stop quicker, but maybe not. Now this side, I'm not going to get too close to it because it's still turning. This side has the bevel in it for sharpening different things. You can sharpen a drill bit or whatever. And this side's the flat one. I usually put this on this side because, I'm a left-handed, but whatever. Everything just comes with thumb screws. That's cool. Of course, you got your shields. I don't know how long they'll stay on. Well, it says the low speed is 2,000 RPMs all the way up to 3,200. Or 3,400, excuse me, RPMs. I don't know how fast my other one is, But all the way down it's 2,000, all the way up it's 3,400. That's pretty cool, right? That is going to come in handy. This is the first 8-inch one I've ever had. Matter of fact, this is only the third grinder I've ever had. That one down there that was mounted on my table, which I still got the place to mount it. That one is from the 80s, so it's old. And then I had another one that I was going to use as a spare, but I ended up giving it to my son. Anyway, this one here is nice. I like this with light, variable speed. It even comes with a little tray right here. Can you see that? A little tray right here. You can put some water in to keep your bits cool, or whatever you're grinding on, keep it cool. And of course it comes off, so you can dump it out, clean it out. It just slides on like that. And you don't have to have the wheels turning to have the light on. It's got its own separate switch. So I like that too. Now that little table, that little thing is awesome. Oh, excuse me. It's a lot better. You see it right there? It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It says it'll hold up to 1,000 pounds. Supports up to 1,000 pounds. See right there? That's pretty cool. That's going to come in handy when you need to, like sometimes, I don't know where it's at. It's probably over there. My bandsaw or my metal chop saw. Instead of having to get out my welding table that's not really sturdy, not really flat, to put that on, I can just, and instead of putting it up here, if I'm doing something up here, but I need to cut something, or even if I need to use a bench grinder, instead of mounting it on the table, because I have mount spots for it, I can mount it on this little table from Klein, and either use it right there or wherever. I can put it out there on the driveway, use it out there. Let me set this down. And that would come in handy. Because usually when I use my bandsaw, I'll put it on my cart. And that's not really ideal for that. And if you want to take that with you anywhere, if you're going somewhere and you're going to help somebody work on something and you need a little table, there you go, portable. Folds up out of the way, move it over against the wall when you're not using it, so it don't take up space. That's awesome. And it's sturdy. The legs is metal. I like that thing. I mean, of course, the top is plastic, whatever it's made out of, but it is what it is, right? It's pretty cool. That's going to come in handy. When I did my video cutting that metal for the gate, I had the chop saw out there in the yard because I didn't want them metal sparks around, not sparks, but the metal chips, because they get kind of hot sometimes. I didn't want them around my truck or my wife's car. So I put it over there in the yard and cut. And matter of fact, I don't know if I had it on the garbage can or my welding table, but the welding table is kind of heavy. And it's not very stable if you're going to be in the yard, where this would be, especially if you're on the driveway. And like I said, it folds up, lean it against the wall out of the way, or slide it under this table, or anywhere to get it out of the way. That's pretty neat. That is going to get some good use. Anyway, let's get back to this grinder. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it also comes with a wheel dressing tool to dress up the wheels. This is the 8-inch, and it's actually cheaper than the 6-inch. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but if anybody's had any experience with the Delta tools, let me know down there in the comments. Let me know what you think about them. Tell me if they're any good or not. And tell me what you think about this other stuff too. The DeWalt and the Craftsman, and especially this table. I know there's probably a pretty good bit of people that's got this table, so let me know what you think about it. How's it working out for you? And if you want to get any of this stuff, check the description. There will be links to my Lowe's store so you can pick this stuff up. Some of it's on sale, so you get good prices on it. That's all I got for this video. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.